Everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is June 14th, 2026. And ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona currently scouting an Australian Wonderkid who's currently in the World Cup. Also, Marc Cucurella set to join Real Madrid. And finally, Ferran Torres addressing rumors in regards to his future. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. My name is Boo. And another exciting day in the World Cup. We saw today Germany thrashing Curacao 7-1. I got to say, the first 20, 30 minutes of the first half were very exciting. Curacao really going toe-to-toe with Germany. An island of 150,000 people going toe-to-toe with Germany was absolutely wonderful to watch. Then after that, Germany kind of started dominating. It was actually a boring match, just seeing a one-sided Germany completely destroy Curacao. And then, of course, we did have that exciting match between the Netherlands and Japan, tying 2-2. What a match. Incredible goals. And then, of course, Ivory Coast defeating Ecuador 1-0. A match with lots of chances. Very open match on both sides. Which I was actually surprised it ended 1-0. I thought it would have been a bigger score line. But anyways, the World Cup continues. And of course, my question to you is, which match has been your favorite so far? Which team are you supporting? Let me know down below in the comment section. And with that, let's return to Barcelona news because, ladies and gentlemen, Hansi Flick has called up another academy kid whose name is Alex Gonzalez. Whoa. That is not Alex Gonzalez. That is Marc Cucurella. I don't know why he's pulling up on my screen right now. I think I've been having a lot of problems with the slides. I've reached out to customer support. But anyways, that's neither here or there. Let's not talk about it for now. Let's talk about it, for now, without pictures. But let's talk about Alex Gonzalez. Now, if you don't know who Alex Gonzalez is, he is a 19-year-old left winger. He is, he's a winger that actually plays on both sides. He can play both on the right and on the left, but he mostly plays on the left. Barcelona signed him from FC Dam not too long ago. In fact, earlier this year, I don't know if you guys remember, I made a video about Barcelona signing Alex Gonzalez. And while he joined the Juvenil A from FC Dam. FC Dam, of course, it's another club in Catalonia known for developing young talent. And he has performed much better than expected and progressed really well through. Here we go. I think I got it to work now. There it is. Finally. I don't know. I've been having a lot of problems with these slides lately. Again, I've reached out to the customer support, but hopefully I get a response soon. But this is Alex Gonzalez. You see him there on the right side. Again, he has progressed really well, performed really well at the Juvenil A, and as such, he has caught the attention of Hansi Flick, and Hansi Flick has decided to call him up to the preseason. Now, what kind of player is Alex Gonzalez? Well, he's known for his attacking output, his comfort on the ball plus speed makes him a very difficult winger to defend against. So, of course, we're going to get to see all that in action come this preseason. And this is why I enjoy preseasons. I know a lot of people might not pay as much attention to a preseason than the actual season because, of course, it's a preseason, friendly matches. Who cares? I actually care a lot because not only is the preseason means that Barcelona football is back, but, of course, it also means that we get to see this kind of young talent like Alex Gonzalez, like Hamza Abdelkarim, who will be part of the preseason, like Tunkara, right? We're going to get to see all these exciting young talent in the preseason. So I cannot wait for July 14th, which is only a month away, to see all these youngsters in action. Now, speaking of young, promising talent, ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona currently scouting an Australian wonderkid whose name is Lucas Harrington. Now, if you haven't heard of Lucas Harrington, I haven't heard of Lucas Harrington before today. He's an 18-year-old center back, Australian center back, who currently plays for the Colorado Rapids in the MLS, has a contract with the Colorado Rapids until 2029. It's reported that Barcelona have been tracking him for several months now. And in fact, they are currently tracking him in the World Cup as well. I told you about how Barcelona scouts are currently watching the Mexican Pedri Gilberto Mora at the World Cup. And while Barcelona scouts at the World Cup will also be watching Lucas Harrington. Now, if you don't know what kind of player he is, well, like I said, he's a center back. He's 193 centimeters tall, or 6'3" for us Americans. He combines physical presence with technical ability. So pretty much the kind of center backs that Barcelona always look for. And as far as Barcelona scouts, they have all been very impressed with Lucas Harrington's composure in possession, his aerial dominance, and his ability to play from the back. So again, the kind of center back that Barcelona always looks for, a center back that not can only defend, but also can attack, can build from the back, is comfortable with the ball at his feet. And well, that's Lucas Harrington, 18 years old, currently at the Colorado Rapids in the MLS. Now, on to the next bit of news, because speaking of defenders, ladies and gentlemen, the big shock of today, because Fabrizio Romano confirming that Marc Cucurella is set to join Real Madrid. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Deco has become the sporting director for both Barcelona and Real Madrid, because any signing that gets linked with Barcelona, there goes Real Madrid signing him. You know, it happened with Bernardo Silva and now happening with Marc Cucurella. Now, Marc Cucurella, of course, has been looking to return to Spain. He has offered himself to Barcelona, and Barcelona told him, look, we got Balde, we're trying to sign Cancelo. If Balde leaves, then we would think about signing you. So Cucurella was not really a priority for Barcelona unless Balde ends up leaving, which of course Balde has not left. So Barcelona did not make any moves for Marc Cucurella, and well, now it seems like he will be joining Real Madrid. There's a verbal agreement in place, and it all indicates that Marc Cucurella, a Barcelona academy player, will become a Real Madrid player this summer transfer market, which just goes to show this guy is nothing but a mercenary, someone who will go to the highest bidder. So in that case, I think we dodged a bullet. Now, I got to say this because I've seen a lot of mixed reactions about this on social media. Obviously, Real Madrid fans celebrating like, oh, haha, look, we got Cucurella away from Barcelona. I've seen Barcelona fans lament this. Look, here is my opinion. I think there's nothing to celebrate for Real Madrid fans. Then there's nothing to lament when it comes to Barcelona fans, because this signing further proves the failures of Real Madrid and the circus that is Real Madrid. Why do I say that? Let's backtrack 2 summers ago, because Real Madrid 2 summers ago spent 120 million euros to sign Kylian Mbappe, a player that had rejected him multiple times in the past. And when they signed him, they were going to supposedly win the sextuple before the season even began. And well, not only did they end the season trophyless, but they got, thrashed several times at the hands of Barcelona, losing every single El Clasico match, 2 of them being finals, and being thrashed by other several teams, including Arsenal in the Champions League. So then last summer, Real Madrid says, okay, signing Mbappe wasn't enough. We need to completely revamp the team. What do? They drop 200 million euros on 5 signings. They bring Xabi Alonso. They bring Trent, Alexander-Arnold. They bring Dean Huijsen. They bring Álvaro Carreras. And they bring Mastantuono. Now, with these 5 signings, what does Real Madrid do? Well, a second season of failures. They end trophyless. They get thrashed at the hands of everybody and everyone and everybody. And now, what are they doing? Pay attention, because they're doing the same exact thing. They have literally made the same exact 5 signings. They have signed Mourinho in the place of Xabi Alonso, Dumfries in the place of Trent, Konate in the place of Huijsen, Cucurella in the place of Álvaro Carreras, and of course, Bernardo Silva in the place of Mastantuono. Ladies and gentlemen, Real Madrid doing the same exact signings as last summer. They dropped 200 million euros on those 5 signings. All of them failed. The 4 players didn't even get called up to the World Cup, and now they are making the same exact signings. Ladies and gentlemen, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So, if you're a Real Madrid fan, there's nothing to celebrate here. If you're a Barca fan, there's nothing to worry about. I mean, don't get me wrong, Marc Cucurella, he's a good fullback, but we saw the same exact story last summer. It ended nowhere, and I'm sure it's going to end nowhere again because Real Madrid's problem is not signings. It's not lack of players. They have plenty of players. They have some of the best players in the world. Their problem is they don't have a project. They don't have a team. They just have a collection of signings. And as long as they keep adding to that collection, nothing is going to change. But anyways, enough about Marco Correa and Real Madrid. We dodged a bullet here again. An academy player who ends up going to Real Madrid, that's a mercenary. He could go there. Good riddance. We actually dodged a big bullet there. But let's talk about Ferran Torres because the Barcelona attacker has been asked about his future while training with Spain. Now, as you know by now, Barcelona are now in the process of extending the contract of Ferran Torres. Of course, his contract expires in the summer of 2027. Barcelona want to extend it more now that Lewandowski has left. And while Ferran is going to be, the substitute for whoever Barcelona signed for the center forward position. And of course, we heard about how Luis Enrique wants PSG to sign Ferran Torres in case Barcola ends up leaving. So Ferran Torres was asked during his training, he was tomorrow Spain plays against Cape Verde. And then, of course, they asked him, hey, like, what's going on with PSG? Like the rumors and blah, blah, blah. And this is what Ferran had to say. I don't know, and I don't care right now. Tomorrow is the important thing. Getting the 3 points, having a good debut. Where do I see myself? Playing against Cape Verde tomorrow. So Ferran Torres pretty much saying, look, I'm just focused on tomorrow's match against Cape Verde. I don't know about PSG's interest. I don't care about PSG's interest. All I'm focused is on the World Cup. So, of course, my question to you is, what do you think about these statements? Is this Ferran Torres completely shutting the door on PSG, saying, look, I'm not interested? Or is him just saying, look, I'm not interested right now because I'm focused on the World Cup. Maybe later we can speak. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section. Anyways, that is all, ladies and gentlemen. This is a wrap. Let me know all of your thoughts by dropping a comment down below. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. And as always, peace, guys.